Hello guys and welcome back to the Epping Town official fan channel. Today is a very special day because our two first ever reserve team managers have been appointed. So for those who don't know, Epping Town have been planning to start a reserve team as part of the first stage of our plan to make us a big club. So basically the reserve team was always up for discussion even under Chris, so it's been on the cards for about a year now and we have finally looks like to get up and running with our two managers, two brilliant men who are going to take the club's reserve team forward and experience massive success. The first one is kind of a well-known man, which is Adam Walker. He played under Bill Claver, which already means he would have picked up some amazing experience under Bill because he was a fantastic coach and led the club to its first promotion in pretty much his first season at the club. And he really would have passed on some great managerial tactics and genius to Adam, which I'm looking forward to seeing him use in next season. But Gav is kind of an unknown person to the club because he's only recently joined. So I got in touch with him over Twitter and asked him some questions, which I'll show in a little while, and he has sent us back his answers on where he wants to take the reserve team, what are his plans, and where he wants to see us in 5 years' time. So I'm going to show you the questions now and then I'll show you the clip on what he sent back.
Looking forward to the challenges that adult football is going to bring, and hopefully I'll be able to draw on the experience I've had through youth management to help me through. I'd like to bring possession-based football with an attacking intent to the side, allowing the players the freedom to express themselves on the pitch while also remaining a compact unit so we're hard to break down. First and foremost, I want to be winning games, but more importantly, I want to be able to use this as a development pathway for the players to develop and then be able to play the first team in 2 or 3, 4 years' time.
So I hope you enjoyed that bit on who Gav was and his hopes and ambitions for the club. Thank you, Gav, very much for sending back your answers. We really do appreciate it, and I very much look forward to seeing you at the first reserve team's home game. And before we go, I also got in touch with our first team manager, Stuart Hoskins, as you know, recently took over from Bill, and his two new assistants, David Limper. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong, Limber. I'm so sorry if I've said your name wrong. And Sean, I'm pretty sure I've said both of them wrong, but I apologise. I'll put your Twitter page. I'll put on a bit of paper, and you can grill me in the comments. So yeah, his two new assistants, and I have got in touch with them and they've also sent back some answers to some questions which I'll show on the screen in a minute. It basically says what does it mean to join the club, where do they want to take it, what's their opinions on the community, like the fans, the volunteers at the club already, and where can they see the club going in the nearby future. It's basically their take on the first team, and we couldn't get him. I Instagrammed him, I Twittered him, but he didn't respond. Yeah, I'll try again, I'll try and release a separate video on his take. But right now, I'm just going to show you Stuart's, David's, and Sean's take on what it means to be a part of the first.
Hi Harrison, I hope you're well. I'm just going to answer the questions that you've asked me. So I'll start with the first one. What does it mean to be part of the club? For me, being part of a club as big as Epping is a massive honour, and being first team manager means an awful lot more. I didn't realise how big the club was really until I've actually looked into it and been part of it. It's got a fantastic history, and hopefully, you know, we can be a successful team going forward and adding more history to the club. The second question is our season hopes and objectives. Having spoken to the majority of the squad that we brought over, all wanting to stay. Obviously, some of us have got a few rights to prove. So the objective for us, looking at it with the squad, obviously new signings would be promotion. I think it's realistic. So yeah, promotion, and I'm competing on all fronts really. Maybe a good cup run would be nice. What do I think of the volunteers and people at the club? I can't speak highly of everyone at the club, to be honest. What we've achieved in a small matter of time from 4 months ago, where we potentially didn't have a football club, to where we are now just speaks volumes of the effort and work ethic of people at the club. Niall, the chairman, has been fantastic. Daniel, Graham, yourself have just all been absolutely superb, and I can't ask for a better backroom ground. Committee, even the fans. You know, when I first took the Corinthians game, the first game I took charge of, we had 90 fans there. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Something that I couldn't dream of, really. It was just, it's brilliant. You know, going forward as a club, volunteers are needed to help us achieve our goals, really, on the pitch. So anyone who wants to join the football club, Epping's there. It's absolutely fantastic. Where can I see myself and the club in 5 years' time? Obviously, I spoke to Niall about this one. We both agreed that a club as big as Epping needs to be playing in the Premier. So the objectives for us in the next 5 years would be to get back into the Olympian Prem. Obviously, it depends. It starts this year. You know, like I said, promotion is obviously one of the major objectives this year, if not the only objective. So if we can achieve that this year, that does give us a couple of years really to get back into Division 1, compete at Division 1, and then hopefully go on and get back in the Premier in 5 years' time. Yeah, I think that's realistic. Again, it all dependent on certain things. Hopefully, once the virus and all this pandemic settles down, we can get back to it and get back to work. We can become successful again. Yeah, that's pretty much me done. I hope you're well. Stay safe. To anyone, all the fans and everything at Epping Town, hopefully we'll see you at Stonards once it's safe to do so. Stay safe. Bye.
What does it mean to be part of the club?
It means a lot. I'm really grateful for the opportunity Stuart and the club's given me, bringing me in as assistant manager. I really can't wait to get going, especially with the current situation with the coronavirus. I think it's been a really positive thing for me to have to look forward to, and it's really helped me kind of get through. And I'm really looking forward to getting back to football and being part of Epping. I can't wait.
What are your hopes for next season?
Just for me, coming into a club where it's new surroundings, I don't know any of the players. So for me, first of all, it's just about getting my feet in the door and getting to know everyone. But I'm really positive, and from what I've been told, we've got a capable squad, and I'm hoping for a really successful season. So fingers crossed.
What do you think of volunteers and people who are already at the club?
Okay, so everyone that I've spoken to at the club so far, they've all been really welcoming, really friendly. They seem like a really nice bunch of people. In terms of volunteers, I think for any club it's really important to have volunteers, and I think what Harrison's doing with the YouTube channel and the Twitter account, I think is a really positive thing for the club, and I think it's invaluable. I think all clubs need volunteers. They're worth their weight in gold, to be honest with you. So yeah, brilliant.
Where can you see the club in 5 years' time?
So hopefully a lot more stable than the club has been. I think there's a lot of things the club are trying to put in place. We've got a new reserve team starting. Obviously the appointment of Stuart, myself, Sean, looking to kind of build the first team up a bit. So in 5 years' time, the club hopefully will be a lot more stable, and hopefully a few divisions higher if everything goes to plan. But it's football, so we'll see. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, brilliant. Just like to say, it's been really tough times for everyone. I just want to wish everyone well. Stay safe, everyone. Up the Epping.
Hello, Harrison. Thank you for these questions, and I hope you're safe and your family's safe, and hopefully see you in the season starts. The first question is, what does it mean to be part of the club? Part of any non-league club, I find it's always something in the heart, you know. It's sort of like, it gives you this feeling loved and stuff like that. And being part of Epping Town with the history as well, it's
I just feel excited, motivated, being part of it. It's early doors because I've just come into the club, but with the management team we've got in place, with Stuart as first team manager and David as assistant manager and myself as coach, I think it'd be a great atmosphere. The second question is, what is your hope for next season? Well, next season, all seasons I really want promotion, and development of players, but it's always come from a background of developing players. So next season will, for me, to be promotion. That's it, promotion, and hopefully the players have learned something to get that promotion. The next question is, where would you see the club in 5 years' time? Well, if the club keep on doing what they've done this season and keep going, they can achieve anything. So we could be playing in the Premier of the Essex Olympian League. To me, that'd be a fantastic achievement. Hopefully we can go a bit higher, but that's in the future, but all we have to do is keep together. The next question is, what do you think about the volunteers of the club and the people around the club? Well, through my non-league days, volunteers are the most asset people of the club. Without them, the club wouldn't be going. You look at Epping now, small amount of volunteers, keeping the club afloat, and hopefully if we stay on and we do a bit, the club can go much further. So they are important to the club. I'm feeling excited being part of the club with them, and I know for granted that I will, every game, will shake hand of every volunteer and fan at every game, regardless if it's a lose or a win. Because without them, we always go through the same, thick and thin, through the rain and sun. We always go through it. I think that's all the questions now, 4 questions, which is good, and hopefully I've answered them all good. But the main thing is, for everyone watching this, stay safe, keep well, and see you when the football season kicks off. Ta for now.
That was it for the managers of the first team and reserve team and their respective outlook on where they're taking their sides for the club in the future, where the reserve team stands, where the first team stands. Thank you to the managers of both sides for sending in their videos, because it's very hard right now with COVID-19. A lot of people trying to get back to work. Thank you for sparing the time out of your day. We really do appreciate it, and I hope to see massive success with all of you in the future. Now, a bit of a special request from you. If we can get a positive outlook on this video, right, and I'll also put a poll on my Twitter, if you want to see the players' outlook on the club, like where they want to see us, and I'll send them questions and get them to send me their videos back, then I'll do that. But only if we get a positive outlook on the video, and if the Twitter poll does well. And then if that does well, I'll try and get one with the owners and then volunteers and fans of the club. So really it's just trying to find everyone's stance on where the club's going during these hard times, because we know nothing, and hopefully I can get some football vlogs for you too soon. And then hopefully I can get you some fan reactions and player reactions, pre-games and after games, and hopefully take the channel forward rather than just making silly home videos. As always guys, like and subscribe, and up the Epping Town.